What is up, YouTube world? Steve here again with Apocalypse Off-Road. Today here, as you can see, I'm having myself a little car show in the driveway. I've got all of my 60 series Land Cruisers that are drivable here all lined up. And we're just going to walk around them here. I'm going to show you what's been done suspension-wise to each one and talk a little bit about the advantages and disadvantages of each. So, starting here with my 1986 HJ60 Land Cruiser. This one here is completely stock, suspension-wise. Has the original springs from the day it was made on it, and they're bagged right out. You look at that leaf spring hanger, your shackle there at the front, it's angled about 45 degrees, and I mean that front spring is almost inverted the other way. I think it actually is. So advantages of this, you're going to be getting in and out real easily. The wife loves that about this one. I've left it this way intentionally. And it's going to have the softest ride going down the highway over the bumps. Though when you do hit a larger bump, you're going to hit the bump stops and get a little jolt there. So yeah, pick and choose if that's what you want. You need a nice just highway cruiser for cruising around. And you're not really doing any wheeling with it. That's the way to go. Next step up here, well, let's look at my 84 BJ60. This one here, I have the, I think it was a Rancho add-a-leaf kit, 1 leaf per corner on this. And you see that shackle there is almost straight up and down. It's slightly lean forward. And this one gets around real well. You can run 35s on it. Though when you do get her flexed out a little too much, she does rub. And having the extra leaf in there, it is a bit of a harsh ride, but it really handles the trails well. So if you're looking for a trail rig, the add-a-leaf is a nice way to go. You're still not too high in the air that you're struggling to get in and out of the thing. And lots of ground clearance. Then looking over here, next to it here, we have an 87 HJ60 with Old Man Emu springs in it. These, I believe they're mediums. I can't say for sure because I didn't put them in, but they sit very similar to the way the add-a-leaf kit does, but it's got a slightly softer ride because they've got a little more arc to them, and there's less leaves, I believe. So that's kind of a middle ground maybe. You got a highway cruiser, and you're doing real well out on the trails. And same thing, you're not sitting so high that it's really hard to get in and out of. Though my wife did complain about the ride on that one. So in the middle here, the highest of them all, here we have my 82 BJ60, which is spring over. Just finished putting this thing together. It's also got 35s on it right now, and you can see tons of room in the wheel wells. You're never getting any wheel rub on there. And you know, lift height wise, I mean, we got a full mirror over the stock setup with the bagged out springs there, so just to give you an idea how much higher it's going to sit. I don't have a mirror on the other HJ here to show you that difference, but it's you know, the that one there has 33s on it and this one doesn't, so they actually sit a fairly similar height just because of the tire difference right now. But yeah, wheel rub, you're not going to have to worry about that on this one, and it's going to crawl over anything you put in front of it. So yeah, that's just a basic quick look and talk about the different setups here. Spring over, I mean, it's definitely, you got the most to do. You got to cut and turn the axle there to get a better pinion angle. You see the front pinions pointed way up, whereas the other ones are more straight. You've got your knuckle arms there, steering arms. They've been bent up to clear and go on top of the spring there. That's another thing you got to do. You got to lengthen the drive shafts. It's a bit involved, but it's not terrible. It was already done on this one, so I just had to fix it up basically when I put the new frame under it. So that's it for this video, guys. If you like what you see, you know, subscribe, give me a like, give me a comment. If you've got a setup similar to one of these, feel free to chime in and tell me about the pros and cons of your setup, or you got something different. Shoot me a little message. Till next time, guys.